I didn't think. Look, I got to give them credit. I told Mike after. I said, "You guys played great. They made shots. They passed the ball to each other. They attacked at the rim. Um, I mean, we only created 4 turnovers. Now, either they're a great handling team, or we're not doing enough defensively. We had 1 steal, and those 3 are good enough that they're not running a whole lot of stuff. They're just getting them in situations where they can take you and create for each other, and they did a great job of it. But I thought they beat us to offensive rebounds. I thought there were balls that we could have gotten. They were just better than us, and I told them I got out coached. You guys got outplayed. We'll watch the tape and move on.
Question over here on the left.
You all played so well in the Bahamas. Is there any way that this being the way it was is actually good for your guys, the young team, to get their team together?
I told him, I said in one of the huddles, I said, I think you guys thought this was going to be easy. Again, I've done this so long that, thank goodness I haven't had many of these kind of games, but I've had a few. And the most that you learn from this is they wanted it more than we wanted it. Then you look at it, and then we kind of, instead of coming together, which Reed was talking about, we splintered, and then guys tried to do their own thing, which spread it from an 11-point game or a 10-point game till I kept looking up. We're down 14. As bad as we're playing, we're down 7 baskets. And then you look up, it's 19. Then it's 20. Like, we had our chances, but we kind of broke off. And I think, again, the guys that were playing maybe better athletically to get by people than the teams we played in the Bahamas were. And I think that's played a part. But look, I haven't lost any faith in these guys because they're a bunch of good guys that are learning. I grabbed the 2-point guards and told them after down the hallway that, I'm going to spend more time with you. I've got to get you guys on the same page with all of us that how we need you to play. I thought Keldon played well. I thought, obviously, Reed did some good stuff. We just kept throwing it to Reed because we were able to get baskets that way. But we had to run stuff to get good shots. They just kind of spaced the court. And, we did do some movement stuff to get to the rim. But
On the right-hand side, Jeff.
I'm not sure, but I think it was the worst loss of your career.
is it? So why would you be the one to remind me? I could have told you. Would probably come from you.
No, I'm just saying, when's the last time, has there been a time when you looked up at the scoreboard and thought that?
What I looked up with 8 minutes to go, and I said, we're not calling a timeout, and if you foul, I'm taking you out of the game. Let this thing run. But it's, like I said, for me as a coach, I told them we all got to do some soul searching here, and let's figure this out. And, I've done this a long time, and I've had teams struggle. And, what happens with young guys when they struggle, they get a little rattled. So you got to be careful that you're teaching. Yet, like today, I was pretty, I didn't say that much to a couple guys. I got on for simple things, but it's hard. I mean, you're just going to have to go to work, and you're going to have to teach, and you're going to have to get them to play in a way that they can have success. So, my teams have taken some losses, obviously not this bad, but there have been some ones where I just said, do not foul. We're getting out of this gym in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Don't you foul. So, then you just march on.
Second row on the right.
A lot of the conversation leading into this game was the added experience that your sophomores brought, but they did have a very dominant.
They didn't.
What do you think led to that, or what were the conversations?
I don't know. I thought the team, they seemed to be in the right frame of mind to play the game. And I told them, you don't want to be too hyped because you're going to lose energy. And this is more going to be about one-on-one matchups. It's going to be more about us helping each other. And our sophomores didn't play particularly well, but that's fine. I think all 3 of them they'll be fine. And they didn't play good today compared to who they were playing against anyway.
Second row on the left.
What was more alarming to you about tonight? Was it on the defensive end, or as you mentioned, sort of just not finding an answer
No, we
You're not gonna
did.
face many guys defensively like you did tonight.
Yeah, we scored 84. Could have made a few more threes. You know, had some turnovers for no reason. We had 3 against the zone, like just threw them away. So of the 15, we had 3 late, but it was defense. Even in the exhibition games, we didn't create turnovers, and I said that to the staff. There's something that we're missing here because we're not creating any turnovers. And the last team that I coached against that had 4 turnovers was Temple, because of how they played. They would end a game with 2 turnovers. I mean, 4 turnovers, either they're the greatest ball handling team in the history of basketball, or we're not creating enough havoc and it doesn't mean just spread the court, but how you're playing in the half court, how you're reacting to passes. You know, you're reacting in quicker, and so. But this is one that you know, watch the tape, learn from it, boom, move on. I mean, they're a very good team. If they play like that, they're not losing many, if that's who they are. And the thing that I thought we would have an advantage on was rebounding, and guess what? I thought they beat us to every ball. We didn't block them out. And they had guys that were, you know, coming out of nowhere, coming up with basketballs. So, but I give them credit. I mean, I'll tell you what, they're playing in a way that they can have success, and I think they're doing a pretty good job defensively for being a young team.
We're going to go to the third row on the right.
Coach, what's the biggest thing that you want to talk to your team about before the next game, and what's the kind of thing that you want to improve upon?
Well, we have a day off tomorrow, so we're going to have one day to prepare for a pretty good team, Southern Illinois, who we play on Friday, who's won 20-some games and have most of their players back. So we got a tough game. It's not going to be easy. Most of it's going to be about us, what we have to do and how we have to play. So.
Fourth row.
Cal, what do you think about some of the shot selection, and how much do you think that might have impacted transition defense?
We probably, if I look at it, I thought we probably took about 8 to 10 bad shots, quick in the clock, contested. They could be quick in the clock if they're not contested. But if they're contested, why are you doing that? And it can't be why I haven't shot it in a while. I mean, but again, we'll watch the tape, and I thought we had opportunities to drive where we settled. Well, why would you do that? Because you're a little tentative. You weren't running downhill and thinking in those terms. So.
We'll take 2 more in the back row by the cameras.
Coach, what is your thoughts on the Kentucky faithful who obviously came out tonight and showed a lot of support, as they always do? And we're really, obviously disappointed tonight, and some of them ended up leaving quite a bit early. Do you have any thoughts on that at all?
I wasn't looking up there, but they do travel, and they'll watch this tape more than I'll watch this tape. But that's what coaching and playing at Kentucky's about. We represent the whole state, and they take pride in the program, and this hurts, and we understand we're playing for them. That's what we do here. And, we got a ways to go. I mean, you always wish this stuff would be easier. It's never easy. And when you are the team everybody's hunting, they're not going to play a bad game. So you got to start playing better. You got to start playing better with the ball, better offensively, better defensively, creating some turnovers, better rebounding team, which we should be. So.
Last question, Jerry.
John, you talked about looking for guys that can kind of impact a game and change a game. How well do you think Zion sort of fit that description?
Oh, he was good today. Whew. He got some shots off on big guys that we're trying to block it. I thought that would bother him, and it absolutely did not bother him today. Like we had a 7-footer in there and a 6'11", and he drove right at him and put his boom and made him. I'm like, holy cow. But, Reddish played well. Barrett played well. Those 3 were really good. And Jones had a steady game. I mean, he didn't make a whole lot of mistakes. He got them involved. And then the other kids did what they do. They were hustling and scrambling, and so they got a good team.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks.